What is up, guys? Chromlinks here, and welcome to the giveaway that you guys have all been waiting for. I do have my entries here on this little giveaway wheel I've got here. As we can see, I want to say we have five. Yes, we have five contestants. We have five contestants that are going to be going for. I actually changed my mind. First of all, we're going to be having that Mag 7 StatTrak Mag 7 Cobalt Core going, and then we're going to do a second round where we give away that Scout Necropos minimal wear that I got. The Mag 7 one is factory new. If you guys wanted to enter this giveaway and you didn't see my first video and you're seeing the second one, I'm sorry that you didn't make it, but I'm sure there'll be more in the future, and I think we should get right into spinning this. There is a little thing where you can weigh this, and those people that left a nice message have a way higher chance than the people that didn't leave a nice message, so let's spin this thing. That was just a bad joke, by the way. And it looks like MFI, you are the winner of that StatTrak Mag 7 Cobalt Core Factory New. Congratulations. This is actually the last guy to enter. He just entered today. I checked right before I started recording this, and he just entered, so congratulations, man. What am I even saying? Let me just write your name down. Congratulations again. Now we're gonna go for that Scout. I know you guys didn't necessarily enter to win that Scout, but hopefully you guys will take anything I give you. Just kidding. Hopefully you guys don't really care too much what it is. Oh, it looks like it's gonna be Domino Who. Congratulations, Domino Who. Let me just make sure. Actually, I'm not sure if you guys knew this or not, but just a little. Oh, it actually doesn't matter too much. But Snowy Blind and Romaine Vital, you guys both. When I clicked your link, it was unable to trade. So sadly, I cannot have traded with you guys if you did win, but it looks like it doesn't really matter too much because you guys, neither of you won. Unfortunately, but in case you guys, want to know that your link is unable to trade, just a heads up. Yeah, congratulations to MFI and Domino Who for winning the giveaways. Hopefully you guys can keep on looking on my channel because there will be more giveaways in the future. But as for now, I didn't just want to throw a giveaway on this video, so I'm going to be doing a bit of like an extra video on the end here that you guys are going to watch shortly, so hopefully you guys enjoy. And yeah, congratulations again to the two who won. One quick thing I would like to say before I start this inventory showcase is that for the winner, I forgot to mention this while I was doing the giveaway, for the winners of the giveaway, I will be sending you the items soon after the video comes out, so you can kind of have that suspense of the spinner, because I don't want you guys to get the item and already know that you won. So to make it actually a bit easier, if you guys could comment something in the comments of that video letting me know that you kind of watched it, or just whatever, great video, because it will be a great video. That would be great, because then I could send that item to you. If not, then I'll just send it to you a day or two after the video comes out. So yeah, again, congratulations to those who won. The first item I'm going to be doing in this showcase is the Nova. This is the Nova Moon in Libra, not really sure. I really like this skin. It has very little wear sort of on the iron sights of the gun. The rest looks pretty nice, and it kind of has that bluish purple pattern with the suns that I really like. You're going to see a pattern of that within some of the next guns as well. Now as for my USPS, I like to use the USPS Torque, and for a while I just used the regular Torque, and then I recently unboxed a factory new StatTrak Torque, so I've been using that ever since. As you can see, I have 439 kills on it with the StatTrak, and then I also recently threw on a Fanatic sticker, Cologne 2015, which I really like. The only really wear on this would be on the little cartridge where the bullets fly out after you shoot. That's really where the only wear is, and I'm okay with that because the rest looks pretty nice. Now as for my knives, I do have knives. These are Shadow Daggers Scorched. I really like the way these look. Not many people like the Shadow Daggers, but I enjoy them a lot. I once had a falchion knife Urban Masked which I lost in a scam, unfortunately. So through a lot of betting on some sites, not like the lucky ones, the ones where you bet on games. I got these. These are actually field tested, but they look pretty much minimal wear. I spent a while looking on the market to get cheap ones with a high float, and these really do the job. Now moving down the line of shotguns, here is the XM Quicksilver. I really like the way this gun looks. I like the white at the end of the gun. Now I don't use this much at all, but for a cheap skin on a gun I don't use, this is pretty nice. I also have the Dual Berettas Cartel Stat Track, which I actually opened in my last case opening, the first video on this channel. And I think these look pretty nice. Again, not a lot of people like these, but I enjoy them, and they're stat tracks, so I gotta use them. Believe it or not, only have 10 stat track kills on my dualies. I know, it's hard to believe. Next shotgun up is the Mag 7. This is the Heaven Guard, and I do really like the skin. Again, it's around 10 cents. I like to have skins for most of my weapons. So for the ones I don't use, I just get like cheaper skins that still look nice, because this looks pretty nice for a cheap skin, I think. Now as for the P250, I very recently got this skin. It is the Valence, and it has a Move It sticker on it. Now I saw someone use this combo in a game, and for whatever reason, I just really liked it. I know the sticker is a bit more expensive than the gun, but I think they make a great combo. Next up would be the M249, which I actually don't have a skin for, probably because this is the only time I think I've ever bought this gun. Now as far as the 5.7 goes, I've got this Urban Hazard, which I think looks really nice. I'm not a huge fan of the handle part, but I really like that red on top, and I think the camo on the bottom, if it was its own skin, the camo on the bottom, if it was like that on top too, I would definitely stay away from that. But I think the red looks really nice with it, and it makes for a great skin. As for the Negev, I have this Manivore that I opened probably in one of my first cases and have never changed since. Again, don't really use the Negev much, so I don't really care about skins on this gun. As far as the Deagle goes, I very recently got this skin. It's the Midnight Storm. I think it looks really amazing. What inspired me to get it was actually I was playing a game, and with the new Wildfire update, someone got a drop, and it happened to be this gun, and I thought it looked really nice, so I decided to get one for myself. Now on to the SMGs. Right here I have the MP9 Dart, which is also stat track, that has 190 kills on it, because again, not a gun I use very frequently, but I think the Dart looks really nice, and I figured I might as well get a stat track because, well, this was a pretty cheap gun, and the stat track didn't cost that much more, so I went with that. Next, following down the line, is the MP7 Urban Hazard. This is the same skin as the what am I talking about? As the 5.7, but for whatever reason, this one's orange instead of red, but I still really like it. This is factory new. It does have a lot of wear on the end there, which I don't really like, but I just try to avoid looking at that and look at the rest of the gun because the rest looks very nice. Next, I have the UMP Labyrinth Stat Track. This was one of the first skins I had in the game. When I first got this game, I had a couple dollars on Steam from playing TF2 a lot. So I decided I kind of wanted to get a stat track gun, so I just went into the market, hit stat track, and found the cheapest gun, which at the time happened to be this, which is actually not bad because I really like the way this looks. I've kept it ever since. I think it's Minware, which is pretty nice, kind of surprising, and I think it looks nice. Now again, first stat track weapon that probably has the least kills out of all my stat track weapons because I don't really use the UMP much, but I think it's a pretty nice skin. Next up is the P90 Asimov, which I actually just got because of trading and selling items that I had gotten from that case opening. I think it was a wise purchase because it looks really nice. I like the bright colors, and I just like the Asimov as a whole. And this is probably the Asimov that I can get that I already didn't have a pretty nice skin for the gun for. Next up is the gun you guys have all been waiting for, the PP Bizon. I decided to get the Osiris because I didn't have a PP Bizon skin, and I kind of wanted to get a skin for each weapon. I actually forgot about the M249 until just when I recorded that clip. And I think this skin looks really nice. It's one of the cheaper PP Bizon skins, but I like the orange. I like the black. It kind of reminds me of the Asimov, and it's pretty nice skin for a Bizon. Next up is the FAMAS Valence, which as you might have seen in the case opening, I got a StatTrak one of these, and I decided to sell it and not only get the Asimov, but I also got the Valence without the StatTrak because it was a lot cheaper, and I really like the way this skin looks. This one is a bit like dirty in the back, but when you're not inspecting it, I think it looks brand new. Next up is the M4 Hyper Beast. I really like this skin. For a while, the only M4 skin I had was the Nitro and then the Basilisk. But I recently traded for a AK Case Harden, which I eventually traded for this and my current AK skin. This is actually field tested. I know it looks like it's in really good condition. It has a very, very high float for a field tested, almost minwear. And I purposely picked it out that way. It took a lot of searching, but I think it looks really nice. Next up is the Scout Abyss, and I know this is kind of a cheaper skin, and I tend to spend or trade for a bit more on my rifles, but I really like the way this Abyss looks. It's field tested, and the other wares just kind of get like green and gray, which I can't stand. And for whatever reason, I've actually had a decent amount of Scout Abysses from either, I guess, just I don't know how I get them, or they're traded to me, or from case openings. And I think this one looks really nice. It has a lot of bright blue on the edge of the scope there, as well as some bright blue in the center, which I think just looks really nice. And it's one of my favorite Scout skins, actually. Next up is this beaten down AUG Torque. Now, I never really used the AUG. I don't really want to get a skin for it for whatever reason. It's one of the few guns that I haven't gotten like the killing achievements for yet, and so this Torque I got from case opening, and I'm just like, screw it, I will keep it even though it's pretty beaten up. I think it's field tested or well worn or something. It doesn't look that great, but I mean, it kind of reminds me of National Geographic for every reason. That thing where it says steer AUG progressive. The yellow boxes kind of remind me of National Geographic, so I guess I'll keep it. Next up is the AWP Sun and Leo, and again, back to the Nova Moon and Libra. This skin I think looks really nice. I like the purple with the pattern, with the circles and stuff. I'm not explaining it very well, but I really like the way that looks. Both of them are from the Gods and Monsters collection, and this AWP actually has a Skadoodle and a CLG. I think that's CLG, Counter Logic Gaming, yeah, that's CLG, sticker on it, because I bought this off the market. I was looking for a good float gun that had nice patterns that I liked, and this one fit. It had 2 stickers on it, and so I just decided to keep them. I still don't know if I'm going to, in the end, keep them on there or not, but I like the way this AWP looks. I was actually wrong about that UMP having the least amount of StatTrak kills. This is the Scar 20 Grotto that has 19 StatTrak kills on it. I actually got it a while, and the reason I got this is, first of all, I think the Grotto looks really nice. Kind of reminds me of the Abyss. I kind of like blue guns more, I guess. But I got StatTrak just to show how unoften I use the AWP, because I've had this for a long time. One of the earlier guns I got, and only has 19 kills on it, because I rarely ever use the auto. Most of those are probably in death matches when I'm just screwing around. So moving on to those T-sided weapons, I here have the sawed-off Yorick, and one of the reasons I keep this is because it's a blue, and it looks pretty nice. I like the skull, I like the way it looks. But one of the reasons I keep this is because I think I've opened a total of 4 revolver cases in my times, and the first 2 were when they first came out, and I was dumb and I decided to open them instead of sell them. And every one of those 4 times, I've gotten a sawed-off Yorick. Twice they were StatTrak. So I think that's a bit ironic. I haven't opened any more revolver cases since then because of fear of getting another Yorick. Because this is one of the cheapest guns from that case you can get. Obviously, when it's StatTrak, it's not as bad. But I'm just a bit salty from all the Yoricks I've opened. But I figured I'd keep the one StatTrak because it does look decent. As for the Glock, I have the Bunsen burner, StatTrak Bunsen burner. This is, again, one of my earlier CSGO skin purchases because I just really like the way the Bunsen burner looks. It's probably one of my favorite Glock skins, aside from like maybe the Fade, and obviously StatTrak because it's one of my favorite Glock skins. I really like the way the Bunsen burner looks. I've had it for a while and I've never gotten sick of it, so it's an overall good skin in my opinion. Next up is the MAC-10. This is the Mac 10 Candy Apple, which I like just because it's a nice plain red skin. I think it looks pretty nice on the Mac 10. And there aren't too many Mac 10 skins out there that I really like, so this is a good option, a good cheap option because it's only a couple cents. As for the Tech 9, I have the StatTrak Isaac. One reason I have so many of these guns in StatTrak is because I like the idea of StatTrak, of remembering how many kills you get. But of course, I have all the StatTrak guns on the ones I rarely ever use. This one I do use a bit more, but I just got it, which is why it only has 49 kills on it. And I'm not sure what condition it is in, but like from the play side, it looks pretty nice. There's a bit on the back of the barrel there. Now on the non-play side, it's a bit scratched up, but I think it looks fine on the play side, so I'm going to keep it that way. As for the Galil, I have the Stone Cold, which again is another recent purchase because I was watching someone playing with this gun while spectating, I think, and I just thought it looks really, really nice for a Galil skin. Now, I never used the Galil, but it is pretty cheap, I think less than $1. This one's Minware, and I just think it looks really nice. I like the blue, again, the pattern of blues and the stripes. I think it's one of the best Galil skins I think I've ever seen. As for the AK, this is the most expensive skin I have, not the cheapest for sure, other than my knives. This is the Aquamarine Revenge. Now, believe it or not, this thing is actually in minimal wear. The only really damage I can see is on the iron sights, that little red area. It's a bit scratched up, but like the rest of the gun, I think looks perfect. Again, the barrel a little scratched up, but the important part with the blue and red, it looks perfect. So I'm gonna keep it Minware because the difference between Minware and factory new is a large distance, and I wouldn't have been able to get my Hyper Beast if I had gotten the factory new one. So I went with Minware. Now, as for the SG, I have the Radiation Hazard, which I did get this a while ago, back when I actually used the SG a bit more when I was new to the game. And I just think, overall, it's a pretty nice looking gun. I like the red, I like the gray. It's nice and simple, and I think it looks great. Now, the final gun that I'm sure you guys have all been waiting for. I don't even know what this gun is called. It's the auto on T side. It's a polar camo, but it's a bunch of letters and numbers, and I don't really know it actually. It starts with a G. I probably do secretly know it's G3 something. I rarely ever use this gun. I rarely ever use autos, but if I'm going to use one, it's probably going to be on CT side for whatever reason. And so yeah, I went with, I think this was the first skin I was ever dropped, the polar camo, and I don't necessarily like it at all, but I use it because I never use the auto at all. Like, if I buy the auto, you know I'm just messing around or I've given up. I actually just realized, wow, that's weird. I just realized one of my friends told me that if you hold down, it repetitively fires. That's how often I use it. I didn't even know that. I thought you just had to like tab shoot. Yeah, I never use the autos. What a loser. He sucks so much. I bet he's not even global.